Hey everyone, so this is the first time that I am here live on YouTube, so I am really excited about that. I have no idea what I'm doing here on YouTube. Let me see if I want to do anything. No, we'll just leave it regular. So I am here to talk to you about wintergreen essential oil, and I am actually going to also go live in the Facebook group as well. So hello everyone, I am here live today talking about wintergreen essential oil. So I'm here live in our Facebook group using essential oils safely, as well as for the first time I am also live on YouTube. Super excited about that. Well, after your comments about wintergreen from the post that I threw out there yesterday, I thought I would go live and actually talk to you about it and why there are concerns. So I made a post yesterday. Let me see if I can find it. I probably should have had it up, although it doesn't really matter, but I made a post yesterday talking about like, what is the point of having super high quality essential oils in your blends if you are simply going to have wintergreen as your very first ingredient in your blend. So I understand about quality. Quality is definitely a concern, but also is the safety and the selection of your essential oils. So if you are going to use high quality essential oils, that's not all you have to do as a company. You also have to think about and consider the essential oils that you are adding to your blend, because quality does not mean safe. That does not mean it's safe at all. It means that you have high quality, but then you also have to consider the safety of the essential oils themselves, so that you need to select actual essential oils that will actually do the job effectively in the blend as well as safely. So I'm not sure if I can actually find your comments in here real quick. I don't seem to be able to do that, and that is okay. So I am actually going to talk to you about wintergreen essential oil and why there are safety concerns. So first of all, we had questions. I wish I could find that because you had a million great questions on here. I can find some questions on our public page at least. So if you haven't already followed us on our public page, we are also under the name Using Essential Oils Safely. So let's go ahead and find that, because again, you guys had some amazing questions and comments about that I want to refer to. And then I will be going over the safety of wintergreen essential oil so that you can understand where I'm coming from and why I made that comment. So there are a few comments over here on our public page. I know you guys here in the group also had some communication and questions. So my post was, look, the quality of your EO blend doesn't matter when the first ingredient is wintergreen. And so some of you were confused what I meant, which is okay. I like it when there's questions. I don't intentionally be confusing at all. For those of you that have followed me any length of time, for those of you who have my book, etc., you probably understood wintergreen has many safety issues. So there were some questions from Leon, actually made a great comment. If wintergreen is the first ingredient in something, there's way too much wintergreen in it. Excellent observation. Gail is wondering what wintergreen essential oil is used for then. Well, it can be used if you don't have any interactions, and there's quite a few interactions, if you do not take aspirin, etc. And again, we will get to that in a moment. Wintergreen does have its place, but for most people, we want to avoid wintergreen. We only want to use wintergreen intentionally for specific reasons. And Missy is asking, is there an appropriate use of wintergreen? So there is, but it shouldn't be added willy-nilly. It should not just be thrown everywhere because you like the smell. There are some serious reasons why you may want to avoid wintergreen. It's just like aspirin. Does it have its place? Yes. Do you want to take it every day for no reason? No. Do you want to add it to your multivitamin supplement just because? No. There is a time and a place. Megan is asking if she should throw it out. So maybe, Megan, it's possible after we go over the safety, you can decide that for yourself. Let's see. Robert Kelly III is saying, Don't over-the-counter methyl salicylate products contain up to 15% methyl salicylate? Yes, they do, and Wintergreen actually has about 98% methyl salicylate in it, which is why there are so many safety concerns. And here's the one I wanted to get to as well. Here is a picture. Let me read this. So there is a product that somebody took a picture of, and they're asking me if this is safe then. So it has olive oil, beeswax, castor seed oil, aloe leaf extract, and then it has wintergreen leaf oil. So let's talk about that just for a minute. We do not know, there's no way to tell from this label if the wintergreen is in fact an essential oil or if it happens to be an infused oil. It's probably an essential oil, but we do not know yet. So we would need to then contact the company and ask them, do you mean wintergreen leaf essential oil, or is this an infused oil? If it is an essential oil, how much are you adding to your product? Because it does have a topical max. So let's talk about, oh, there's a comment from Lisa. I use wintergreen in the basement for rodent deterrent. It works. It probably does. Peppermint would be slightly more effective, as well as a little bit less safety issues too, and probably a little bit cheaper to also use and purchase. I drop 1 to 2 drops in the corners of the basement and garage. Great, excellent. That's what I usually recommend peppermint for. If wintergreen works, keep on at it. Just understand the safety. So I am here live on YouTube for the very first time, as well as here in our group. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the safety for wintergreen essential oil, so that everyone understands why I made the comment that I did. So this is my book, Essential Oil Safety Files, which you can find in our library at leahjacobson.com/library. You can find, I have a few copies available. They are signed and ready to ship next day. So there are over 240 essential oils that I have in here. So let's take a look at wintergreen. So this is what wintergreen has. It is safe for ages 10 plus. So do not use it or expose your children that are under the age of 10 to wintergreen essential oil. And it is toxic. It is potentially convulsant. So if you have epilepsy, avoid using this. If you know people with epilepsy that may be coming over your house, definitely don't diffuse this. It is anticoagulant, which means it can thin the blood. So you want to avoid inhaling, using topically, and especially ingesting this essential oil, especially if you are already taking aspirin or other blood thinners before and after surgery. This can inhibit your body's ability to make your blood clot, which you need to do. Avoid if you have salicylate sensitivity. Again, this is 98% methyl salicylate. And if you have ADD, ADHD, you want to avoid wintergreen essential oil. A lot of studies have found that people that have ADD or ADHD are sensitive to methyl salicylate. And although we obviously don't recommend, maybe I shouldn't say obviously, but if you've been in this group any length of time, you know we do not recommend ingesting essential oils 99% of the time. 99% of us will never need to. But especially if you have GERD, this is one that you definitely want to avoid. It is not safe during pregnancy, and it is not safe if you are breastfeeding. It's also not safe around your pets. Now, if none of this concerns you, if you aren't concerned with the fact that it's toxic, that it's potentially convulsant, that it's anticoagulant, that it has drug interactions, if you aren't pregnant, aren't breastfeeding, if you don't have pets, you still have to pay attention to the topical max. So if you choose to use this topically on your skin, and an example, that product that somebody took a picture of and they're like, is this safe? Which we don't know because we don't know what the dilution is that the manufacturer added to that product. But the topical max is 2.4%. So that's a little over 12 drops per ounce. So we don't know that in products, and that's the unfortunate thing. And further unfortunate is the fact that most companies, I should say, don't like to divulge their secret formulas, even though we are simply asking, is this safe for me to use? And hello, someone just commented on my YouTube. Thank you so much, Patrice, for joining. This is my very first live here on YouTube. I am also live in our Facebook group, Using Essential Oils Safely. So that is the rundown on wintergreen essential oil. It seems to be backwards on YouTube. And this is why I made the comment that I did, that even, what was it exactly? What was my exact quote? That the quality of your essential oil blend doesn't matter when the first ingredient is wintergreen. Many safety issues, as you found. Now, you can actually access about 47 of these safety files at the free level if you go to leahjacobson.com/eosingles. You can, on that page, scroll down, you can access the free level of this book digitally, and you can access about 47, I believe it is, of the safety files for free on that free level. So let me just, I think I can actually flip this around. Well, I'll just show you because I have like a zillion things here open. So if you go to leahjacobson.com/eosingles, you can scroll down. You can see all of the essential oils included. There's more than 240. Or you can access, okay, so there's 30 of them available at the free level, including wintergreen. So if you want to see the digital version of this on wintergreen so that you can see for yourself what I just went over, you can go right over there. You can add your name and email to request free access. You can get the safety files for arborvitae, basil, bergamot, camphor, cedarwood, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, sweet fennel, grapefruit, helichrysum, jasmine, lavender, Spanish lavender, spike lavender, lemon, mandarin, myrtle, nutmeg, orange, oregano, pepper, peppermint, rose, rosemary, sage, sandalwood, Australian sandalwood, East African tansy, blue tansy, and wintergreen. You can get all of those for free when you go to leahjacobson.com/eosingles, and you can access the free level. If you are interested in unlocking the 240 plus essential oils and you want a physical copy, I do have a few left. There is low stock. It was out of stock for a bit, and I moved a couple of months ago, found a few more books, and they are available to ship. I can get them out in the mail tomorrow morning. So let me know if you want any. If you have any questions about wintergreen, if you have any questions about what I just went over and explained, please let me know. I would be happy to answer any questions that you might have about using wintergreen essential oil. Hey Carol, thanks so much for joining. And if you don't have any questions, then I would just ask you to go over and get free access to the essential oil singles safety files. Again, leahjacobson.com/eosingles. And that will give you access to 30 of the single essential oils that you can go over and review for safety. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for joining. If you are watching the replay, feel free to ask any questions that you may have and leave a comment, and I will reply back as soon as I see it. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Now I need to figure out how to shut this off because I have no idea. Thanks so much for joining. Click the X. Yes.